Assalamu alaikum, my dear student. How are you? I hope all of you will be fine. Now, today our lecture is mathematical logic. These are the learning objectives about the mathematical logic. Today, the first one is when we learn about the algebra of propositions. The second one is learn about the conditional and biconditional statement. And the third objective is the given propositional statement. When we concern it, will be converse, contrapositive, and inverse. And the last one is we learn about the logic and bit operations. So I start from the algebra of proposition. Algebra of proposition. You know very well, student, there are some laws we will discuss here. Idempotent law of proposition. What is idempotent law? The first law, idempotent law in terms of proposition. Idempotent laws. The first one is P or P logically equivalent to P. Now the second statement, second law, in terms of multiplication, P and P logically equivalent to P. With the help of table, we will prove easily. When we consider student P, it may be true or it may be false. And if we consider another P, it may be true or it may be false. But when we applying the condition P or P, it means or represent here addition operation. So 1 plus 1 it is 1 and 0 plus 0 it is 0. So it means according to idempotent law, they are equivalent. They are logically equivalent. So hence proved. So it means if we consider the variable x plus x is equals to x, this is called idempotent law in terms of addition operation. Now the second part, when we consider P, it is true or false. Another P we consider as true or false. But when we applying the operation P and P, it means multiplicative operation. So 1 dot 1 it is 1 or 0 dot 0 it is 0. It means they are logically equivalent. So hence proved. So it means P and P, they are logically equivalent to P. It means if we consider the variable x dot x which is equals to x, hence proved they are logically equivalent. Similarly, if we consider, for example, commutative law. In algebra, we consider here commutative laws. There are two laws of commutative in addition, with respect to addition and with respect to multiplication. So the first one is P or Q logically equivalent to Q or P. Now the second law is P and Q, which is logically equivalent to Q and P. So student, or represent here addition operation and represent here multiplication operation. So the second law, when we consider there are, we show that they are equal. That means first we consider PQ, true, true, false, false, true, false, true, false. Now, when we consider the left hand side of the first part, if you solve it, so P and Q, it means when we are applying the multiplication operation, 1 dot 1 it is 1, it means 2, 1 dot 0 it is 0, it means false, 0 dot 1 it is 0, it is false, 0 dot 0 it is false. Now when we consider Q or P, or means addition operation. So first we consider Q first, then P, it means 2 plus 2, it means 2, it means 1 plus 1 it is 1, 0 plus 1 it is 0, 1, and 1 plus 0 it is 1, and 0 plus 0 it is 0. So it means oh sorry, I am a mistake student, OR operation. So when we are applying the OR operation according to in the first part, we write here, I have a mistake. So it means when we are applying the addition operation, so it means 2 plus 2 it means 1 plus 1 it is 1, 1 plus 0 it is 0, 1, and 0 plus 1 it is 1, or 0 plus 0 it is 0. They are logically equivalent. So therefore, P or Q logically equivalent to Q or P. For example, if we consider x plus y, which is equals to y plus x, hence proved. Now the second part, P, Q, P and Q, Q and P. So true, true, false, false, true, false, true, false. P and Q, it means when we are applying the addition multiplication operation, it means 1 dot 1 it is 1, 1 dot 0 it is 0, it means F, it is 0, it means F, it is 0, it means F. Q and P, it means 1 dot 0 it is 0. First we consider Q, then F, P, it means it is true. 0 dot 1 it is 0, it means false. 1 dot 0 it is 0, it means false, and 0 dot 0 it is. So it means they are equal, hence proof. So P and Q, if we change the position, they are logically equivalent to Q and P. It means x dot y, which is equals to y dot x, hence proof. They are logically equivalent. So there are so many examples about when we consider different laws. For example, if we consider here the third law, it is very important for you, associative law. Associative law. Associative laws with respect to addition and multiplication. In the first part A, P or Q and R, P or Q or R, they are logically equivalent to P or Q or R. Now in the second part, when we consider P and Q, and R, they are logically equivalent to P and Q and R. So according to the truth table, we will prove them. These are called law of algebras in terms of propositions. So first we will discuss P, Q, R. So it has three variables. So we will consider the formula when we make a table. To raise to the power 3, it is 8. It means we will take in here, make 3 columns and take in 8 values. It means true, 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 false, 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 true, true, false, false, true, true, false, false, true, false, true, false, true, false, true, false. When we consider the 3 variable student as. Now according to first law, if we add together P or Q, it means when we join these 2 columns with respect to addition, 1 plus 1 it is 1, 1 plus 1 it is 1, 1 plus 0 it is 1, 1 plus 0 it is 1, 0 plus 1 it is 1, 0 plus 1 it is 1, 0 plus 0 it is 0, it is 0. P or Q or R, it means, and the next column it is P or Q. When we connect it with these 2 columns, it means column number 3 and 4, when we connected both of them according to addition operation. So 1 dot 1 it is 1, 0 dot 1 it is 0 plus 1 it is 1, 1, 1, 1, it means true, 1 it is true, it is true, it is false. So if you find, it means it is left hand side. But student, when we consider Q or R first, it means when we join the second and third column with respect to addition operation, so 1 dot 1 it is 1, it is 1, 0 plus 1 it is 1, it is 0, because 0 plus 0 it is 0, represented by F, it is 1, it means F, T, it means true, it is false. When we are applying the addition operation. When we connect with P, it means P or Q or R. So it means this answer will be connected with first column. It means P or Q or R. So it is true, it is true, it is true, and it is true, it is true, it is true, it is true, or it is false, because both are false. It means 0 plus 0 it is 0. You can see easily, student, it is right hand side. So it means left hand side and the right hand side, they having the same entries. So that's why they are logically equivalent. Hence, P or Q or R, they are logically equivalent to P or Q or R. Similarly, for the second part B, when we are applying the multiplication operation, P and Q and R, they are logically equivalent to P and Q and R. So similarly, we will make 3 columns first. It has 3 variables. So we will consider 8 values in each column. So true, 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 false, false, false. It means true, true, false, false, true, true, false, false. And the last one is true, false, alternate. So start from this, then we consider the left hand side is P and Q. Then in the next column, P and Q connected with and R. So this is called left hand side. For the next one is, first we make Q and R, then it will be connected with P, P and Q and R, it is right hand side. So in this way, we check at the end, they are same or equal or not. So first we find the result P and Q, it means addition, multiplication operation, and represent your multiplication operation. 1 dot 1, it is 1, it means 2, it is 1, true, it is 0, it means false, it is 0, it means false, it is 0, it means false, 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 and false. But we, in the next step, in the next column, we will connect this result will be R, it means P and Q and R, it means, so 1 dot 1 it is 1, 1 dot 0 it is 0, 0 dot 1 it is 0, it is 0, 0 dot 0 it is 0, it is 0, it is 0, it is 0, and it is 0. It is left hand side. Now we have complete the left hand side, then we will start the right hand side. Q and R, it means when we combine together second and third column, it will be true, false, false, because we are applying multiplication operation, true, false, false, false. Then we connect with first column, it means with P, so true, true, it means true, true, false, it means 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 false. So you can easily see that the left hand side and the right hand side both are similar, both are equivalent. So according to definition, therefore, P and Q and R, they are logically equivalent to P and Q and R. So we have completed the first learning objective, student, law of algebra. Then we will move for the next one. It is our second learning objective. It is, so after learning algebra of proposition, we will consider what is conditional and biconditional statement. So first we will consider conditional statement. In another way we call it conditional statement or implication. In English language, when we use the symbol if P then Q, if P then Q, we call it conditional statement. Or in mathematically, P implies Q. There are so many expression about the conditional statement. For example, if P, Q, same as P implies Q. A third one is P is sufficient. P is sufficient for Q. It means P implies Q. It is conditional statement. Now when we consider Q if P, the same meaning. It means conditional statement. Now if we use Q when P, it means Q depend on P. In another way, then means P implies Q. Q unless P, unless negation P, it means in another way we call it conditional. There are so many expressions when we use in conditional statement. So student, when we talk about the conditional statement, there are two basic terminologies we will use here. P represent here in the conditional statement, we call it hypothesis or antecedent. In conditional statement, it is called hypothesis or antecedent. It means the first statement, and the second statement we represent Q is called consequent. Consequent represent here student, it is related to the proposition P, or in another way we call it reach the conclusion and find the conclusion. It means, for example, if tomorrow is Monday, I give you example about conditional statement. Then today is Sunday. So this sentence represent here the conditional. If P and Q. So it means if P, then Q. If P, then Q. This is called conditional statement. In another way, we call it implication. I give you another example. It rains. If it rains, then I will carry an umbrella. What is P? It rains. I will carry an umbrella. It is Q. So it means if P, then Q. So this statement is also called the conditional statement. So these are the example student about the conditional statement. Now what is biconditional statement? What is biconditional statement? Biconditional statement is student, we will represent here P if and only if Q. In mathematically, we can represent as P if and only if Q. For example, for example, 2 plus 2 is equals to 4 if and only if 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. Another example, both are biconditional. It means if 2 plus 2 is equals to 4 if and only if when 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. Now another example, 1 plus 1 is equals to 3, they are logically equivalent if and only if when monkeys can fly. It means when monkey can fly, so 1 plus 1 is equals to 3. It may be possible. So both his statements are called biconditional statement. It means the first statement related to the second statement. P if and only if Q. Or if we represent by P if and only if Q mathematically. It is in language P I if I double F if, or if you represent it if and only if Q, it means both are they use in English language, but mathematically it is P implies Q in this form or it is in this form. Both are mathematical form. So now first we make these conditional or biconditional statement we represent by the truth table. So how can we make a truth table of conditional state? So the question is, so first, if you have given some statements about the conditional statement, student, the first statement, when we consider if the earth is round, then the truth, then the earth travel around the sun. The first statement. Now the second statement, if Alexander Graham Bell, Alexander Graham Bell invented telephone, invented telephone, then tigers have wings. Now the third statement you have given, then we make a truth table with the help of these statements in terms of conditional. 1 plus 1 is equals to 3, then a sparrow can fly. Now the last statement, it is, if 1 plus 1 is equals to 3, then dogs can fly. So student, these statements we will convert into truth table and define the conditional statement. So when we consider it is P, it is Q of the first statement. So it means earth is round. It is true. So first we write here true. The earth travel round the sun. It is also true. So we write here true. Similarly, now the second statement it is, if Alexander Graham Bell is invented, Alexander Graham Bell is invented a cell phone, it means it is true. Now the second statement is, the tigers have wings, it means it is false. Tigers have no wings. Now the third statement represented here, 1 plus 1 it is 3, which is not equal to 3. That's why we write here it is false. It means the given statement is false. The sparrow can fly, it means it is true. The sparrow can fly easily with the help of feathers. If 1 plus 1 is equals to 3, it means it is false. And the dog can fly. This statement represented here, it is false. So we make two columns with the help of these four statements. We will convert it into P and Q. Then we show that P implies Q. Student, it has some rules. If you note, the first rule is, if both statement, if rules of conditional, the rules of conditional state. The rules of conditional statement. The first rule is, if both true or both false, it means the statement is true. We consider it is the first rule. If both true and both false, it means the given statement is true. So we write here true. If P is true, the second rule, and Q is false, it means the statement is false. According to conditional rule. So we write here false. Now the third one rule is, if P is false and Q is true, it means the statement is true. So the first one, if it is false, the second one is true, so it means we write here true. But the first statement, if it is true and the second one is false, it means it is false. So these are the rules. With the help of rules, we make a table according to conditional statement. Now, similarly, for the next application about biconditional statement, the next question is about how can we make a truth table for biconditional statement. So I give you, first we show here is some statement. For example, if we consider this one, the statements are the first statement. If you have given, then we will make with the help of statements biconditional statements. 2 plus 2 is equals to 4 if and only if 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. Now the second statement, if 1 plus 1 is 20, which is equals to 2 if and only if 2 plus 3 is equals to 4. Now the third statement, if you have given a student 1 plus 1 is equals to 3 if and only if monkeys can fly. Now the fourth statement, if it is 0 greater than 1 if and only if when 2 is greater than 1. So these are the conditional statement, biconditional statement. With the help of these biconditional statement, we will make a table. First we make two columns. The first statement represent here 2 plus 2 is equals to 4, it means it is 2. And the second one, it is true, it means it is Q, it is P. For the second statement represent here is 1 plus 1 is equals to 2, it means it is true. And the second one, it is false. 1 plus 1 it is equals to 3, it means it is true, it is false. And monkeys can fly, it means if it is true. And 0 is greater than 1, it is false. And if and only if 2 is greater than 1, so the statement, it means, then we consider again, I have a mistake. 1 plus 1 is equals to 3, it means it is false. And monkeys can fly, it means it is false. And this represent here 2 greater than 1, it means it is true. And 0 is greater than 1, it is false. Right? So when we applying the biconditional statement, it means when we convert it into P implies Q, which is equals to P implies Q, we will convert it into and Q implies P. If you find the answer in both ways and combine together, it means when the conditional statement and the other conditional statement we combine, with the operation of AND, we will find easily by implication. It means by conditional statement. So first we make, student, P implies Q. To understand this point, so first we will make P implies Q, and then the next column it is Q implies P. Then we combine together with AND operation, student. So this is called biconditional statement. When both are true, according to the condition, both are true, it means it is true. Both are false, it means it is true. If first statement is false, when P is true and Q is false, it means it is false. And the first statement it is false, then true, it is false, it is true. Then when we consider first Q, it means the first statement true, it is false, it is true, and both are false, it means it is true. But when we consider, student, the first statement it is false and the other statement it is true, so it means it is true. And the first statement it is true and then false, it is false. So when we join together, student, true, it means 1.1 it is 1, 0.1 it is 0, 1.0 it is 0, and 0.1 it is 0. So this is called biconditional statement. With the help of conditional statement, we will determine easily biconditional statement. So now after that, student, we will continue the topic and we will talk about the which statement is called converse, contrapositive, and inverse in terms of biconditional statement. So we will talk about, first we write about the converse. What is converse? If P, then Q. If P, then Q. It means it is conditional statement. If you will convert it into if Q, then P. This is called converse. Now the second one is contrapositive. Statement in conditional, it means conditional convert into, it is in conditional statement. What is contrapositive? If P, then Q, it is conditional. If you will convert it into if negation Q, then negation P. This is called contrapositive. Now what is inverse? if P then Q, it is conditional. Now student, if it will be converted into another conditional statement, if negation P then negation Q, this is called inverse. So with the help of language, we will find that what is converse, we will convert it into the conditional statement, and the conditional statement convert it into inverse, converse, and contrapositive. So now write an application. What are the converse, contrapositive, and inverse? The first statement is, when you have given the home team wins whenever it is raining. It means the home team, it is in a problem. This is called conditional statement. Whenever, it means in another way, then replace the word then, you will use whenever, so it means both are conditional. So first you will determine, with the help of the given statement, identify it is in P and Q. So it means we will write here first, student, what is P? It is raining. This is called P. Now what is Q? The home team wins. Why we select P? It is raining because the home team wins, it is conditional to the first statement. So that's why we write it is P and it is Q. It's depend on this condition, right? So first we write here P. So P is called, it is raining, and Q is the second statement, the home team wins. It means the second statement depend on the first statement. So when we determine P and Q, after that we will convert it into conditional statement and converse statement, contrapositive statement, and inverse statement. So first we will consider it into, convert it into conditional statement. You know very well, student, conditional statement represent here if P then Q. It means if it is raining, then the home team wins. Then the home team wins. Now if the conditional statement, it will be converted into what is converse. According to the definition, converse is P implies Q, it will be converted into Q implies P. It means when we consider the first statement, second statement first, the home team wins. According to converse, if we write here, the home team wins, then it is raining. So this type of statement is called converse statement, student. Now, what is contrapositive? Student, if the conditional statement, if it will be converted into negation Q implies negation P. So it means, what is P? P is, it is raining. So it means we write a first statement if Q, it means first we write Q. So if the home team, doesn't win, then it is not raining. So this statement is called as contrapositive. Now what is inverse? First, we write the conditional statement. P implies Q. It is conditional statement. When it will be converted into negation P, negation Q. So first we write the negation P. It means if it is not raining, then the home team doesn't win. So this statement is called inverse statement. So the student, I hope you will learn about the converse, contrapositive, inverse, because when we convert the conditional statement into another conditional statement, the first one is converse, the second one is contrapositive, and third one is inverse. With the help of truth table, now we will prove and show that with the help of truth table, what is contrapositive, what is inverse, and what is converse. So first we make a table, student, PQ. When we consider two variables, true, true, false, false, true, false, true, false. So first we write the conditional statement. It is conditional. P implies Q. It means according to rule, when the statement is conditional, if both are true, it means it is true, and both are false, it is true. If the first one is, if P is true and Q is false, it means it is false. And if P is false and then Q is true, then it means it is true. This is called conditional statement. Now, when we convert it into converse, what is converse? Converse is Q implies P. But when we consider first Q, then P, it means both are true and both are false. It means it is true. If first one is false, the other one is true, it means true. And the first one is true and the other one is false, it is false. So it means it is converse. What is contrapositive? Contrapositive student represent here mathematically negation Q implies negation P. It means when we convert this conditional statement into this conditional statement, so first we will make the negation P and negation Q. If we write here negation P and negation Q. So negation of P, it is false, it is false, it is true, it is true. Or negation of Q, it is false, true, false, true. When we are applying the condition, it is conditional. So first we will consider negation Q, it means the first term. So when both are false, it is true according to conditional rules. When both are true, it means it is true. When if the first one is true, the other one is false, it is false. And if the first one is false, the other one is true, it means true. According to conditional rule, we will convert it into contrapositive. Nowadays, inverse. Inverse represent here is friend. Negation P implies negation Q. It means when we consider negation P first and then Q, it means when we are applying the rule of conditional, when both are false, it is true. When both are true, it is true. But when the first one is false, the other one is true, it means it is true. When the first one is true, the other one is false, it means it is false. Now we continue, student. I hope you will learn about the conditional statement, about biconditional statement, about the converse, convert, contrapositive, and inverse. Now we write an application about show that about the contrapositive, show that contrapositive are logically equivalent, are logically equivalent. Negation Q, negation implies negation P, logically equivalent to P implies Q. If you see that different, this application, if you see that the contrapositive and the conditional statement both are similar. Similarly, for the next question, show that the converse and inverse, they are logically equivalent. It means with the help of table, with the help of truth table, student, it means both are equal. You see that the answers, when we consider you see that converse and inverse both are similar according to the result. So it means Q implies P logically equivalent to negation P implies negation Q. It means converse and inverse both are logically equivalent. So student, I will consider an example about De Morgan's law. The question is, use De Morgan's law laws. There are two De Morgan's laws to express the negation So we have given some statement, student. With the help of the statement, we will consider and prove. So student, there are two laws. First we write two laws. Negation P and Q, they are logically equivalent to negation P or negation Q. Now the second law, in terms of mathematical logic, negation P or Q, they are logically equivalent to negation P and negation Q. Student, you have given the statement Simi has a cell phone and she has a laptop computer. Laptop computer. The first statement about the first law. Now the second statement, Mubashir will go to the concert or Shahriyar will go to the concert. So first statement, when we consider and convert it into according to De Morgan's law, so how can we write the first statement into the statement? So when we consider the left hand side, it means Simi has a cell phone and she has a laptop computer. Means it is false that Simi has a cell phone and She has laptop computer. Now this is statement, the given statement shows that the left hand side of the rule. But when we consider student, the right hand side, negation P or negation Q, it means Simi doesn't have a cell phone and or or he or she doesn't have laptop computer, a laptop computer. If you consider the both statement, student, logically they are equivalent. So this is called first De Morgan's law. According to first De Morgan law, the statement we will convert it into a statement. Now the second De Morgan law, you see that easily and understand about the first De Morgan law. So it means they are logically equivalent according to the first statement and the second statement. But when we find the negation P or Q, it means the second statement when we consider it is for first De Morgan law, second statement for the second De Morgan law, it means Mubashir, the first statement it is negation of means. So it is false that Mubashir will go to the concert, or Shahriyar will go to the concert. This is called left hand side student. Now when we consider the right hand side, it means if Mubashir will not go to the concert, and Shahriyar will not go to the concert. So the statement is, we call it the right hand side. If you read the statement, both statements are logically equivalent. If we make a truth table and define the De Morgan's law, the first De Morgan law and the second De Morgan law, with the help of truth table, we will prove. Now, when we consider true, true, false, false, because two statements, true, false, true, false. Now, the first De Morgan law is when we consider P and Q, negation P and Q. Now, the right hand side, it means first we will make negation P, negation Q, and negation P or negation Q. So, it is left hand side of the first law and it is right hand side. And find the result with the help of truth table. P and Q, it means true, true means true, true, false, it means it is false because we are applying a multiplication operation. It is false, it is false. The negation of whole column, third column, it is false, true, true, true. Negation P, it means if you take the negation of whole term of first column, it is false, false, true, true. The negation of Q, it means true, false, false, true, false, true. The against of P, against of Q. When we join together with the help of addition operation, so it means 0 plus 0, it means 0, F, 0 plus 1, it is 1, 1 plus 0, it is 1, and 1 is 1. So student, you can see that left hand side, which is equals to right hand side, it means negation P and Q, they are logically equivalent to negation P or negation Q. It is first De Morgan law. Now the second De Morgan law, it is negation R, negation P or Q, which is equals to logically equivalent to negation R, negation P and negation Q. So similarly, we will make a table: true, true, false, 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 true, true, false, true, false. So when we consider the first left hand side, so we make P or Q, and the next column it is negation of P or Q. For the next column, it means when we consider the right hand side, negation P, negation Q, and the last column it is negation P and negation Q. When we applying the addition operation or represent here, so it is true, true means true, true, false, it is true, it is true, it is false. The negation of whole column, it means false, 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 true. The negation of P, it means the negation of whole terms of the first column, it is false, false, true, true. Negation of Q, it means it will be converted into false, true, false, true. And when we join together with the help of AND operation, it means both are 0, 0.0, it is 0, it means F, 0.1, it is 0, it means F, 1.0, it is 0, it means F, and 1.1, it is 1. So student, when we consider the left hand side, this value is called left hand side of the law, and right hand side, if you can see easily, they are same. It means they are logically equivalent and proved. It is called second De Morgan law. And the last application is when we learn about logic and bit operation. So when we talk about logic with bit operation, logic and bit operations, so it means you know very well logic. We will consider bit. What is bit? A bit is a symbol. A bit is a symbol with two possible values, with two possible values, 0 and 1. This is called bit. Now what is bit operator? Bit operator there are three bit operators. The first one is AND, OR, and module sign with addition. It means it is AND, OR, and XOR. So student, what is XOR? XOR represent here, student. If we consider two variables, so it means x plus module y, which is equals to x and y connect with AND operation x or y. This is called XOR operation. We will represent by x modulo sign plus. So with the help of bit operator, we will prove them when they are equal. So first we make two columns x, y, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. When we consider x and y, it means 1.1 it is 1, 1.0 it is 0, it is 0, it is 0. X or y, it means 1 plus 1 it is 1, 1 plus 0 it is 1, it is 1, it is 0. When we join together, it means x modulo y. This is called XOR. When we combine together both columns with the AND operation, student. So student 1.1 it is 1, 1 0 dot means 0, 0.1 it is 0, and it is 0. So this operation is called XOR operation. Find another question about bit operation. Find the bitwise OR and XOR of the bit strings if you have given student 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 and the other string is 1 1 0 0 3 times 0 then 1101. So these are the bit strings you have given. Then we find what is OR and or XOR. So first we write about the OR operation. OR operation represent here student 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 0. These are the bit string. First bit string, then the second bit string. We write in OR means student we add together according to binary system. 1 plus 0 it means 1. It is 1. It means 1 plus 1 it is 1. It is 1 1 1 0 1. We add together 1. It is 1. So we find the answer. Similarly, AND operation. AND operation is represent here multiplication. First, we write the bit strings when you have given. It means if we multiplying together, the answer it is 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 dot 1 it is 1 1 dot 0 it is 0 1 dot 1 it is 0 1 and 1 dot 0 it is 0 0 0 1 0. So this is your result about AND operation. Now when we applying the XOR operation, student, when we join OR and XOR, student, this is OR operation. What is XOR? XOR you know very well, student. If again we define you, what is XOR operation? X and Y and X or Y. It means the first result when we write from the string, it is when we applying the OR operation, there is when we consider the both results, it means this will be if we write 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 5 6 times 1 and 0 6 times. This is called X or Y. X and Y. X and Y, it means when we write this X and Y. 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0. This is called X and Y. When we multiplying together and represent here multiplying, it means we are applying the operation multiplication. It means 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 the 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 0. So this is called XOR operation. Thank you very much, student. We have learned. I have completed my lecture. I will hope you will learn today about the lecture. So thank you very much to listen to me carefully and learn all these things. Take care. God bless you. Allah Hafiz.